Hello, this is Marvin Byer at Marble Ridge Farms. Just want to give you a little run back here. We got some birds flying. This is where I fed the animals last year in the wintertime. So I've been winter of 2022 and no, it's March or January through March of 2023, and this was pretty much a dead area. I mean, there was nothing that grew up here. I mean, now look at it. So feeding hay makes a big difference. Taking the livestock off and let it rest, it makes a difference. Look at the clover in here. I mean, honestly, before I did this, that's about how tall the grass would look with a whole year's worth of growth this tall. So, yeah, right now it's April 4th. It's just starting to warm up. So this is going to make a world of difference. Pretty much the only thing that would come up was crabgrass in about August. They only get a few inches tall. So yeah, it makes a difference when you rotate animals and feed hay, because this grass in here had a variety of, or hay I fed was a variety of old hay, a lot of seed hay, clover in it, alfalfa that got rained on, so I fed some of that. So yeah, it makes a difference putting food down for the microbes in the ground, because there's more living animals, I guess, in the ground than there is on Earth. So they said in one spoonful of soil there's more animals, microbes, whatever you want to call it, and there's a whole population on this earth. So just think about that. Good growing soil, healthy soil. So yeah, this probably take off too. The animals in here a little bit too long, as you can tell, and they ate it too short. It sure looks good though. The short one. I'm gonna let it rest. Last year was a drought, so kind of ate it short. The animals did. Took a while to get the fence going. Actually, the fence is done. It's pretty windy and it's raining, snowing now. Hey, look at this grass, it's super thick. It's like you're walking on a spongy ground. Not because of the rain is so thick. You can tell we're at bale graze. There's a spot there last year. 2 years ago. So it does come in slower when you bale graze. Definitely makes a difference if you do the Great Judy mode. Bale graze. I like the Great Judy mode better, but sometimes just a bale graze. All depends on, content of your way of farming. But you definitely want to keep the soil covered. As you tell, it's not covered here. Too short. It wasn't like this last year, but when you take too much off, this is what you get. Undesirables. And, if you come over here, I got smarter. This was always not the best through here, but I try to move the cattle here through faster. And, I didn't want to keep them here long, and look what it looks like. That's how it needs to be, or longer. Wish all my ground looked like this or better in the spring. I wouldn't be feeding hay now. In 2020, I started moving cattle panels and start with my sheep and cattle over here. And look how thick this is. This is our lawn. So I made the lawn get really long and put them in here, and more years you do this, better it gets. So I seeded this all in 2020. So you can tell, definitely makes a difference how long you keep cattle there. And look at this. Still amazing how thick and tall this is. I can tell exactly where I fed hay too. See, I use fodder bales here because of wind, and wasn't much, break from the wind because we don't have our cattle in sheds or barns. We let them out, and takes a while for stuff to get going. But like I said, longer rest this year, and I'm going to seed some. I should probably put some of my garden in here because this is nice and black soil. This didn't look like this black. It was more gray, brown. So yeah, it makes a difference when you look at all the worms holes. Well, yeah, we had a lot of worms here once let stuff grow. So you can tell where the cattle weren't and were. So we let them over here to feed some in the fall, and over here we didn't. Ooh, there's some killdeers. I don't know if you can see those. Right there. Yeah, this is where I covered the hay up because we had some big squares. I mean, the reason I got squares because it was some really cheap feed. I got a lot of them, so that's what I put. Sometimes cheap feed helps, but you gotta feed a lot of it. But I did it more is bought it for feeding the ground, the creatures underneath the ground, the microbes, which feeds plants. And you can tell there's the difference of feeding them and not feeding them the ground. I know you can even tell where I fed hay. I fed a little hay here last year, and look how much greener this is. You can see right at the line where I had the fence line. Then I fed hay here a couple years ago, and then down there you can see a little green. That's all the difference of how much hay you fed and how long you let it sit. But a lot has to do with I fed a lot of hay here and up, some hay there, and you can tell where I fed hay and not because it's darker green. But it's going to make a difference. So over here, I'm going to have my garden. So I wanted to put covers in last fall, but we didn't get enough rain, and when it did rain, nothing grew. So don't like having bare soil. And And these are my fruit trees lying here. We had a lot of good apples last year, but the sheep got on the other side and knocked most of the apples off. But I did have a few. Well, everybody have a good day and talk to you later.